Hey, what's going on? This is Chef Ron of Humble Servant Catering. It's coming at you once again with another episode of Flavor to Savor. This is installment 2, y'all. I'm excited about this installment 2. So those that had a chance to see the first one, it was featuring Club Shay Shay and Keith Lee. And if you haven't seen that interview, if you haven't seen my video of it, you got it. I mean, you just got to go and check it out. I mean, Shannon Sharp and Keith Lee, they were cooking. They were barbecuing with wood and charcoal. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely some flavor to savor. And if you know, I'm not saying that you have to go look at my video of it, which is called Chef Ron Presents Flavor to Savor. It's the first episode, right? This is the second one. But, you know, go check out Shay Shay's page or whatnot. Keith Lee, a food influencer, which he calls himself a little something else, so make sure you take a look at it. But I say he's a marketing extraordinaire. He's a marketing for restaurants that wouldn't otherwise have marketing, you know what I mean? So if he walks in your doors, you got a restaurant, you know you got some good food, you know you can cook. He is the person that you want to see taste your food and post videos. So look, this is the next installment. I was just strolling through YouTube today, looking for some content, right, that fits the category, you know what I mean? As you know, I'm a chef, executive chef of Humble Servant Catering, and we specialize in Southern Comfort Catering, all right? And so we do Christian events, we do celebration events, we also do corporate events, and we're just ready to serve you. As a matter of fact, we want to serve you, right? So the thing about it is I need to do some things on the topic of food and having fun with food and things of that nature. So here we are. I got my second episode that's coming up now. It's something, again, that I just scrolled up on. So if you haven't already done so, make sure that you like, that you comment. Feel free to comment. Matter of fact, viewers are welcome here. And don't forget to subscribe, all right, so you'll see upcoming content, if you will. First video I did was 3 installments. Each was a little bit over an hour. This is going to be short and probably to the point. It shouldn't be more than an hour. But we're going to just, it all depends on what it entails. I didn't even watch it. I caught like the first 15 seconds and say, oh, yeah, let's react to this. So, look, I'm going to go ahead and take a seat. I'm inviting you to do the same thing. And we're going to check out this video. And again, it is called, I couldn't remember. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, we're not doing it. We're going to look at it on here. We're not going to look at the big screen, the TV. Oh, no, that's behind me. You can't see it, but trust and believe, it's behind me. Americans try Southern soul food for the first time. Isn't that exciting? And look at the Americans we have here. We got some Americans right here on the page. So without any further ado or any delay, we're going to go ahead and jump right in. All right, take care. We're going to enjoy some flavor to savor.
Are you guys excited to try some yummy food today?
Yes, with no consequences.
I love trying yummy food.
Be nice, be nice, be nice. I am going to be nice.
Don't lie.
I'm not
Okay,
lying.
you're not?
What's the catch though? What do we gotta do? We gotta eat like...
There's no catch. Why does everyone always think?
Last time I filmed a video with Ash, my throat was burned.
Today we've got a taste test that hits a little bit closer to home than our normal episodes. Because y'all are going to be trying some good old Southern soul food.
Oh!
Yes!
Southern
Hat on,
soul.
hat on. I'm going to keep it on.
I'm so excited. Yes!
Do you know where the South is?
You bitch!
There's a lot of culture and family behind soul food. I think that's why they call it soul food, right?
What's soul food?
Like Southern food? Like okra?
Let me just share this real fast about soul food, right? And I don't know if it's stereotypical. I don't know if that's what it is. Soul food is a traditionally black cuisine. Basically, it was given to us, and it was food for the soul. You get what I'm saying? And oftentimes, they took what they could get and turned it into something, right? So when you think of things such as let's take something very simple, such as chicken wings, right? The chicken wing was, believe it or not, a discarded portion of chicken back in the days. You understand what I'm saying? But knowing the indigenous, knowing the ones who were in bondage back in those days, you know, it was discarded by the masters, and so the slaves would take the chicken wing and turn it into something. They would fry that as well and turn it into something. Now, if you're like me, you like the drum part of the wing. I love it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're like most women, and I'm not stereotyping, I'm just saying, most women that I know, they love the flat part of it, right? But if you're like my mom and, you know, some of the OGs women or some of the seasoned women, y'all even like the tip of the wing, right? Same thing with the turkey wings. Same philosophy, same thing. But I'll give you a couple more. How about oxtails, right? Oxtails is like a popular thing nowadays. It's a matter of fact, it's a delicacy. People that eat those are people of stature. You understand what I'm saying? Me myself, I grew up eating oxtails all the time. Oxtails, potatoes, and I had oxtails. We were having oxtails so much, and I guess they were cheap back then that my grandmother even started putting oxtails in the spaghetti. She had her ground beef in the spaghetti, had her pasta sauce, had the pasta, put oxtails in there. And I got burnt out on oxtails at a young age. So all through my teens and in the 20s, I didn't eat no oxtails. Even in my 30s until my late 30s when I was in culinary school, yes, I'm a culinary graduate, one of my classmates named Topaz, for her final, she did a thing and we all got to taste it, but it was Jamaican-style oxtails. And if I tell you she turned me out on them things, now guess what? Guess who makes Jamaican-style oxtails, okay? But look, you may not like oxtails, you may not care for chicken. Well, who doesn't like chicken wings? Wingstop has made a fortune off chicken wings, right? But then one other one is the Chitterlings. Chitterlings. Yes, I pronounced it the right way, but most people call them chitlins, and we don't even talk about that. You just Google Chitterlings, and if you want to say chitlins, C-H-I-T, apostrophe L-I-N-S, by all means, go ahead and do so. Things that were discarded that was turned into something, all right? That's all a part of the soul food. One more quick tidbit. As we see okra here, I did a report on it to see if it was really as bad as we made it out to be. We, meaning black people, made it out to be, like soul food was just as bad thing. And when I found out that the traditional soul food dish back in those days was predominantly vegetarian. You know what I mean? So if you had some greens for dinner that night, you basically have like a salt pork, or you take a neck bone, pork neck bones. Again, what's called the offal, something that people most didn't like. And I say offal as in O-F-F-A-L, not A-W-F-U-L as offal, but offal is what it's called. And it was, again, it's the discarded parts of chicken, the pig ears, the pig nose, tongues, tails, feet, oxtails, which is actually cow tails, the offal. But anyway, they would take that, or they take like the stomach lining, which we call it bacon now, pork belly, we call it bacon, but they have a little of that as a piece of salt pork, would throw it in the greens, cook the greens, and that would be the meat that you would have with it. It wasn't no chicken wings on the side, nothing like that, macaroni and cheese and rice and gravy and all that. They didn't have that back then. Just some greens, a little meat in it, maybe a piece of cornbread, that was your meal. Oh, how far we've come since then, all right? So let's go, let's see.
Grits.
Like chitlins.
Oh, cornbread.
Cornbread, yeah.
There's like big arguments like, you do not put sugar in your grits. Yes, you put sugar in your grits.
And we're not being punished, we just get to try stuff?
Just get to try.
What?
I'm gonna leave that alone. Sugar in the grits, I was raised that way. Salt and pepper in the grits, that's good too. I kind of don't eat grits, they have to be cooked in perfection. Something about my metabolism now does not adhere to grits. I mean, I don't know what it is. I can eat corn, which is where the grits come from, but grits themselves,
You ain't serious?
I'm being serious.
I can't still tell.
The history of Southern-style greens in America started during slavery. They were typically given leftover food from the main house to survive.
See, like, I love
Is
it
this
because
chitlins?
there's so much
No.
history behind it, too, you know?
Other scraps they were given, such as ham hocks.
Ham hocks? Ooh. Okay, those are collard greens.
Those look good.
Collard
Ham hocks,
greens
another
with ham.
It's enslaved people's creativity and resourcefulness that ultimately led to the famous recipe we know and love today.
Woo!
Alright.
Oh,
greens look good.
collard greens. 3 degrees, though, make it up for me. Drop that. Oh, a staple of
She
Southern
got that
U.S.
schoolboy
cuisine,
going on.
collard greens are often
Schoolboy
stewed with
Q,
other
collard
green leafy
greens.
vegetables and traditionally eaten on New Year's Day to ensure wealth within the coming year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They are also often eaten with salted meats, and today we have some ham hocks for you to try.
Yum. Alright.
Feel healthy already.
Pause for the cause. You know, I'm trying to be humble here, you know, humble servant. But did I not say that, or did I not just say that? I just said all of that. Let's see what else they got to say, though. Maybe they can get a full history lesson again.
I feel healthy
Like I did.
already.
Oh, smells great.
Oh yeah, this smells great.
Oh, that's really good.
I don't feel like you can ever go wrong with ham hocks.
What exactly is a ham hock?
It's called pork knuckle. It is the joint that attaches a pig's foot to its leg.
Oh.
Well, it's delicious. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's really good.
Pork
It's
ankle.
like a salad stew.
Oh my god, it's so good.
How is it?
It's so good, and it's so
Did he just call it a salad stew? A salad stew.
It's called pork knuckle. It is the joint that attaches a pig's foot to its leg.
Oh.
Well, it's delicious. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's really good.
It's like a salad stew.
Oh my god, it's so
He did. He did call it a salad stew.
How is it?
it's so good, and it's so healthy because these dark leafy greens are really good for you.
For me, it's like
Collard greens are
in
true.
between kale and spinach. If like kind of like the texture, just wise, because it's a little bit firmer than spinach, but not quite as tough as kale.
I disagree. Maybe because kale wasn't around back then. Spinach gets slimy-ish or whatnot. It doesn't break apart as easy as some good greens would do. So I don't know if I agree with that, but who am I to say about what he's tasting? Could be the way those are cooked. Who knows?
Greens are actually kind of a superfood. They've been associated with cancer prevention, detox support,
Maybe
heart
some greens
health,
tonight.
digestive support, and contain anti-inflammatory properties.
Really?
So they are very, very good for you.
I will be taking these home.
Ham hocks have been known to cause high blood pressure.
Yeah, I mean, this is a vegetable that like I could definitely
I was
get
just gonna
down
say,
on.
I mean, I do love vegetables, but like this takes it to a whole nother level.
Making
I just had to pause for the cause. Because what she said is not exactly wrong, but I don't know if it's proven to be right. Like I said, I did a study to see if soul food was really harmful to your soul. Was it actually a harmful food? I don't know, but if you subscribe to that channel, that ham hocks I give you high blood pressure, then I mean you can. But I tell you this one thing though, I prefer smoked turkey. I cook with smoked turkey because it seems healthier. It doesn't have as much salt content to it, and it has a flavor that's put into it by the smoking. So you can go that route. And what I use to smoke turkey, I like taking the smoked turkey wings. Not necessarily turkey legs. I tried the turkey leg before, but it has splinters. You know, when the turkey leg falls apart into your beans or to your greens, it splinters. So it's like it leaves these little shards of like a bone or gristle, something like that. That's not really good, as opposed to eating a turkey leg by itself. Then you can detect it. It's like eating a piece of fish. You can detect it, and you can make sure you discard the bone before eating it. You know what I mean? But if you have that same piece of fish in some stew, as they call it, you're not so lucky. You won't be so lucky because you're just chewing and chewing and chewing freely, and all of a sudden, you got it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I mean, if some people, like I say, some people believe that about ham hock. I'm not here to dispute it at this point in time, but I'm just saying smoked turkey is a good way to go as well. Turkey tail, turkey necks, which we saw in the video a little bit earlier, those are all good substitutes for ham hocks or any kind of pork product to go into your greens. Plus, those people who are on the woke people, they can be happier knowing that there's no pork on their fork.
eating your vegetables. Good. Fun. Good.
This is delicious. Absolutely delicious. Delicious.
It is.
I'm excited. We're already starting off so strong.
Yeah.
Today I'm making some fried catfish.
Oh, fried catfish. I've never
Yum.
tried this.
Oh.
I've never had catfish.
I've had catfish once.
You've never had catfish?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I love fish.
Oh, you're gonna love this.
Grew up with fish.
Oh, it's delicious.
Okra is another ancient superfood that can be found in many southern dishes.
And okra, yes.
Both of these?
I have never had okra either.
No?
No.
Oh, okra.
Okra.
Let me ask y'all a question. You know what? Let me check it out here. Let's see what Google has to say about this. What does the word okra translate to? If it shows, you're going to be blown. If you know, you know. If you know what it is. Let's see. Nigerian, where the vegetable is known as okra. Okra is the flowering, Quingombo. Gombo, Gombo. So as a matter of fact, once he gets over here and gets to the Creole part of the country, which is like New Orleans, Louisiana, it's actually spelled gumbo, Gumbo, which translates to okra. So any gumbo that you have is actually should have okra in it, believe it or not. And you might be cringing at that when I say it. I don't like okra. It's too slimy and everything else. Well, that's where the gumbo filet comes from. It's like a ground form of okra or sassafras and whatnot. It's ground real good, and then it's put into the gumbo, and it's used as a thickener along with the roux. So hopefully you learned something today or whatnot. But what I like to do though, I'll be honest with you, I like to, when I have like a bowl of gumbo or whatnot, I take the frozen okra that you can buy, it's already cut up or whatever, and just use a few of them as a garnish, and that way it's legitimately gumbo, like for real gumbo, for real, like my son would say. Okay, let's get back to our video.
I think it's so good.
This actually looks so bomb.
Right?
Oh, they do to put the lemon on the catfish or two?
Little crispy okra bites. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Fried
Seasoned and
okra?
fried till
Somebody
golden
better
brown and
church his chicken.
delicious, fried catfish is integral to American soul food and is very popular at fish fries. Fried catfish can be served with just about anything, so here's another staple of soul food, fried okra.
What's this? Tartar?
Tartar.
Tart.
I don't want to say tartar.
Tartar. That's tartar sauce. Tartar, Tartare. Google it. It's not the same thing. It's not even a sauce. Beef tartar. Perhaps I have a video with some tartar on there. But anyway, you got a nice plate of catfish here. Let's see. With some okra. Look like they got some hot sauce, whatever, Louisiana hot sauce. They got the lemon wedges, and they got some tartar sauce. Not tartar, but tartar sauce. Me personally, I don't like tartar sauce nor hot sauce on my catfish. I like a person that can cook catfish, so soon the way I eat it, the way it comes out, is seasoned right and everything else. You shouldn't need nothing else, including ketchup or whatever. But teach their own. I know I'm a little bit rare. I'm a little bit different like that, but I like to cook stuff that doesn't have to have condiments added to it, including my barbecue. Don't have to have sauce on it. You know what I'm saying? And no, I didn't cheat by glazing with sauces I'm cooking. I'm talking about seasoned to the point to whereas once you bite it, you forgot that it doesn't have no sauce on it. It's so good. So anyway, that should be, in my opinion, that should be our goal when we cooking barbecue and when we cooking foods in general. You know what I mean? It's definitely my tester whenever I go to a barbecue place. I don't know if they got any barbecue on here, but I always want my sauce on the side because I want to see if y'all can really really get down with it like y'all ought to be doing. And if y'all in business, you know what I'm saying? And if so, God bless, you know what I mean? But if not, then hey, maybe the Lord bless me to have a restaurant, not put y'all out of business, I'm not gonna say that, but it inspires me to know that I can turn it into something. All right, let's go.
Pick that up. Oh, look at how crispy and delightful that is. Try some of that tartar sauce that's not aioli. Yeah.
He said it right. It's not aioli either.
Oh, it's like literally a fish.
Oh, tartar?
This is so good.
It's got a nice crunch to
I
it.
love all fish.
That's good, huh?
And it's delicate on the
It's
inside.
really good.
This is my first time having catfish.
It kind of smells more like chicken than fish.
What?
I'm not gonna stop eating this
Chicken
fish
fried
until they
fish?
take it away.
Love it.
It doesn't really have a fishy taste. I've never really had catfish, I
Right.
guess.
It's like tender on the inside.
Little dude
It
with his head
kind of
mind
smells more
blown.
like chicken than fish.
I'm not gonna stop eating this fish
I
until they take it
love
away.
it.
It doesn't really have a fishy taste. I've never really had catfish, I guess.
It's like tender on the inside.
The okra
If it tastes and smells fishy, that fish has been dead for too long. It's past the point that you should cook it, and it should not be used for consumption. Just a little tip.
is really good.
It's super good, huh?
It's like
Anything that smells fishy should not be used for consumption. Anything. Let's go back.
so flaky. It doesn't really have a fishy taste. I've never really had catfish, I
Little dude.
guess.
It's like tender on the inside.
The okra's really good.
It's super good, huh?
It's like so flaky.
They're so light and crispy and airy.
I'm really messing with the okra, bro. That's good.
Okra is fried right. It's
Catfish became the
good.
preference amongst enslaved people because it was easily found in southern lakes and rivers, and it was very easy to prepare. In the 1960s, when the cotton farming industry collapsed, many cotton farmers in the South chose to flood their fields in order to grow catfish.
Wow.
Really? But so they would just flood their fields to get these.
That's wild.
It's a good way to make money too. You know what I mean? Places in the South, that's really the only fish you're gonna find in a restaurant. It's catfish. You know what I mean? They got both kinds. They got filleted and whole or non-filleted. That's the way they do it. On that note, California, where I'm from, the Bay Area, be careful when you order catfish. You know what I mean? Taste it and make sure that it's catfish. I didn't call a couple of restaurants to the carpet because I bought it. I got a taste of some catfish because I'm a connoisseur like that. I know what I got to taste for on that particular day, and fish is my favorite dish. Eat it like once a week. So whatever I got a taste for, that's what I want. And some of these places, they will put a plate of basa on your plate. They put some basa on your plate. It's also called sway, S-W-A-I. I don't know if it's pronounced swai or sway, but it's AI catfish. That's what it is. I didn't mean to say it like that, but I just heard AI, and it's AI catfish, artificial intelligent catfish. If you're artificially intelligent, it'll be catfish to you, but it ain't catfish. Anybody that know catfish has a taste that's all its own, very distinct from any other fish. Slightly muddy, very flavorful, and it's poignant, right? It's a taste that nothing else tastes like catfish. You know what I mean? There's other fish that may taste like chicken and all that, but nothing else tastes like catfish. So Just one to grow on so you'll know. Let's go back a little bit.
Right?
In the 1960s, when the cotton farming industry collapsed, many cotton farmers in the South chose to flood their fields in order to grow catfish.
Wow.
Really? But so they would just flood their fields to get these,
That's wild.
right?
Why do they call it catfish?
It looks like a cat.
You ever been stung by a catfish?
But is that like they're like
Yeah, they're little whiskers. They've got little pointers.
Yeah, the okra is where it's at for you,
that's
huh?
really it. It's really it. Dude.
I like the fish, to be honest.
Really, this is my new favorite because
This is your new fave?
yeah, so far.
I just believe that anything fried is delicious.
We're 2 for 2 as far as I'm concerned. Like, everything is just
America, grits are basically synonymous with the South.
I love grits.
yum.
Oh, you were just talking about it.
Cajun shrimp and grits.
Do you like sweet or savory?
Savory.
Savory. Okay, you like them with cheese?
What's your take on shrimp and grits? Have you had them before? Do you like them? How do you like it? All right, let me know. Just shoot me a comment. You know what I mean? Let me know. Do you like shrimp and grits? Have you ever had them before? You know, it doesn't sound like a combination that'd be very taste-worthy, if you will. Doesn't seem like flavor to savor. And, you know, that's one of those combinations, right, that comes along. Fish and grits, shrimp and grits, you know what I'm saying? But how about chicken and waffles? You know, I think it was 20 years ago when I first heard about chicken and waffles, probably a little bit longer than that. One of my childhood friends mentioned it, and he was like, you don't think it may sound good, which I didn't, but trust me, it's like really good. And now it's self-evident, right? It's really good. So shrimp and grits, you know, to each their own. Again, grits, sometimes I can handle them, sometimes I can't. I choose not to try them. I don't know if I'm allergic or what it is, but, you know, I stay away from those, you know what I mean, unless it's all to eat and I really need to try it, taste it, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So let's go. Let's see how they feel about the shrimp and grits.
I love grits.
Wow. Often pair their grits with shrimp caught from the creek.
Yummy.
When I tell you shrimp and grits are just the it.
I love shrimp. I'm a huge shrimp girl.
Yes, shrimp and
Oh, I like
grits
how they
is
put
so
them
good,
together.
too.
Good.
Ooh, this is beautiful.
Oh,
They plated everything so good for us today.
Yes! Country ham or bacon is definitely the way to go. And if you really know what you're doing, you will sizzle the bacon and whatnot first, leave the fat in there, then dump your shrimp in there, your Cajun seasons and whatnot, and then your vegetables. They used what's called a mirepoix. I don't see any green on there. Mirepoix, for those that don't know, is Mirepoix. Mirepoix consists of 2 parts onion, 1 part celery, and 1 part carrots, right? Southern cooking, though, uses the Holy Trinity, and it's similar. What does it comprise of? 2 parts onion, 1 part bell pepper, 1 part celery, and it's really good. And then if you want to make it a Cajun dish, you add some type of tomato component to make it Cajun, all right? But the way they did this, though, I'm going to go back just a little bit, but it looked like they sizzled some bacon, and it looked like they may have cooked the shrimp in the same pot. It also looked like water to me. But I'm saying if you want some good flavorful shrimp and grits, bacon or country ham first, sizzle it, render that fat out of there or whatnot, remove that. You can even use a good hot link or andouille sausage. Cut it up into little triangles or whatnot, meaning you cut them along lengthwise, cut them into wedges where you get like 4 different wedges, then cut them crossways to get little triangles. Sizzle that, render that fat down, remove it, throw your shrimp in there, a little Cajun seasoning, maybe add a little butter to that as well. Yeah, that's not the healthiest thing, but it is so flavorful. And we're talking about delicacies, right? We're talking about something that's a delicacy. So it's not something you would eat every morning for breakfast. But then you take your Holy Trinity, mirepoix. I don't know if I want shrimp and carrots. That doesn't sound good to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who's behind the stove in this, or over the stove, I should say, in this particular video. But take it from me, a little bit of bell pepper, onion, and celery. Turn that into something. And again, if you want to take a little bit of maybe some diced tomatoes, a little bit of them, spoonful of diced tomatoes, toss it in there too, you really turn it into something, you know what I mean? And it's going to be great for your presentation, you know what I'm saying? So that's just the way I would do it as a chef for you.
Cajun shrimp and grits.
Do you like sweet or savory?
Savory.
Savory. Okay, you like them with cheese?
I love grits.
Wow.
Often pair their grits with shrimp caught
Yeah,
from the
that's that
creek.
bacon fat.
Yummy.
Look like water.
When I tell you shrimp and grits
The cooks of most kitchens
are just the it.
I love shrimp. I'm a huge shrimp girl.
Yes, shrimp and grits is so good, too.
You can throw a little garlic
Ooh,
in
this
there.
is
Your discretion.
beautiful.
They plated everything so good for us today.
Yes!
I like my bacon a little more crispy than that.
Grits is a type of thick and creamy porridge made from ground dried corn. Though traditionally eaten for breakfast, this dish called shrimp and grits is often enjoyed during supper and consists of seared shrimp, bacon, and of course grits.
So I love shrimp so much.
Yeah, there's no hesitation without the punishment, you know? It's like, let's get in there.
This is, I think, the best thing so far.
I'm not sure if I was expecting that texture, but it's not. It just wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like.
She did say she was going to cry if there was shrimp. She was like, if there's actually shrimp, I might cry.
10 out of 10.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It was my favorite.
Yeah, you're gonna like that. And I love the ow.
Oh my god.
Oh,
They loving it.
so good.
And them grits got a little cheese in them too. I know that's
So I
good.
feel like you'd be so full.
No, yeah.
That's why it's shifted to like more of a later in the day kind of dinner
Yeah.
meal.
The texture of the grits is so perfect, too. Oh, my God.
It's so good. Oh my god.
It's really good, huh?
Jake is having a moment. Oh my god, are you getting emotional?
Yeah, this is like really good.
There are tears in your eyes.
I got soft texture of the grits with a little bit of pop of the sauteed onions and the salt from the ham, and then this really fresh shrimp that's like perfectly sauteed. It's working.
You feel it in your soul?
I do.
Do you guys know about the sweet versus savory grits debate?
Uh-oh. Here we go.
So the traditional way of preparing grits errs on the savory side, even often adding in cheese. But in recent years, more and more people have been.
Let me go back because it's the left side for me. Let's see.
Do you guys know about the sweet versus savory grits debate?
Mom.
So the traditional way of preparing grits errs on the savory side, even often adding in cheese.
Look at them on the left over here. Just look at this right here. Doesn't that look good? Look at that right there. That's the way it ought to look, if you ask me. That's the way it ought to look. Nothing wrong with these right here, but what they got, some corn, some cheese, and it's like a grit souffle or something like that. I don't want that. Although they got the bacon cooked just right, though. That bacon is crisped up. It looks just right. Like bacon bits, but real bacon bits. Not used out of a bottle, and you know what I'm saying? I'll take those bacon bits. These bacon bits from this plate over here will go onto this right here, along with, what is that? That looks like some parsley, fresh parsley cut up over the top. That's cool. I'm a green onion person, right, myself. That's my favorite garnish. Usually because it usually adds a taste or flavor to whatever you're eating. You know what I'm saying? But to each their own, though. Both of them look cool. Well, no, I ain't gonna lie. The one on the left is the way to go. Just give me the bacon from the right.
But in recent years, more and more people have been adding sugar to their grits for a sweeter flavor. It is a hotly debated topic among Southerners.
It's like oatmeal. Do you put like brown sugar on your oatmeal? You know what I mean? I don't personally.
Yeah, I don't want to get in the middle of that debate. I'd just rather just eat both.
And I ain't putting no salt and pepper, no
I remember
oatmeal
when
neither.
you and I went to that soul food place, and there was like somebody told us to put sugar in our grits, and then some other person was like, "No, you do not actually put sugar in your grits." And we're like,
Cheese in
"No."
And set it off at the soul food place.
I'm gonna keep eating this. Sorry, guys.
So good.
10 out
It's
of 10.
delicious. 10 out of 10.
This
10
is
out
my
of 10,
favorite
would
thing
recommend.
on the channel so far.
This is my favorite one so far.
Didn't you say that last
I did. Okay.
Chitterlings, widely known by the abbreviated term chitlins,
Chitlins.
pork intestines.
Oh
There you go. You don't have to Google it. Yeah, you don't have to Google it. They gave you the definition right there. I'll pause it so you can see it. In case you didn't catch it first time around.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
Chitterlings, widely known by the abbreviated term chitlins,
Chitlin.
pork intestines.
Oh
Boiled pork intestines. Proceed with caution. That's all I'm going to say. Some people love them. Some people hate them. Proceed with caution.
Chitlins.
Okay, yeah. Hey, I'm here for it. Let's try it.
Been
I don't
around
wanna
the
get
world,
tested.
yeah.
Trust me,
Y'all
I
not
try
finna try no
every time.
chitlins.
Yeah,
Hold
I've
on.
had
It's not
chitlins.
finna try no chitlins.
They would give the slaves the remainder. This was usually composed of large amounts of offal.
I've tried every
Let's go
time.
back because they saying everything I said.
Oh,
I love confirmation. It's not to stroke no ego neither, but it's just to say that the studying I've done, the notes I've taken, the chefs that taught me, the hours I sat in class and everything else has paid off. You get what I'm saying? So just know that the humble servant know what he's doing when he come do it for you. All right? Just let it be known that, all right? And where will we come to? Wherever you are. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. So give us a call. Let's take a look at our menu, and we'll take it from there.
Chitlins.
Okay, yeah. Hey, I'm here for it. Let's try it.
I don't like intestines. Trust me, I've tried every time.
Yeah, I've had chitlins.
They would give the slaves the remainder. This was usually composed of large amounts of offal.
Of awful.
Awful or
West
awful.
African slaves, however, traditionally used every portion of the animal.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What?
That's it. I ain't eating no more chitlins. I'm definitely not eating no more chitlins. I'm finna proceed with caution.
Hey! Is this it? Oh my god.
Chitterlings, or more commonly referred to as chitlins, are a dish made with small intestines of pigs and often cooked with onions, peppers, and potatoes to give them more flavor.
Okay, let's get in there, Izzy.
I feel like I might like this. I don't know.
I think you will. I think
Wait,
I'm confident.
It smells a little bit odd.
Ooh.
I don't know. Just a
It
little
does
bit.
have a certain smell to it, doesn't it?
I'm telling you, my mom always makes like dishes with intestines. I refuse to eat them.
It's pungent,
It's like sour.
I think is the word. Yeah.
Does it taste better than it smells?
For sure.
Wow, that's not my favorite.
Try.
Okay, well, let's go.
Oh, you're getting a big bite.
You know what it is? I think because intestines is more of like, it's a texture thing for me.
Tastes better than it smells.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I literally feel like I'm eating inside the pig, bro.
No, I don't like that. It tastes stale to me.
So chitlins come from a universal idea of waste not, want not. Many cultures around the world have adopted this idea and created many recipes using every piece of an animal they could manage. For example, haggis in Scotland and Esau in the Philippines.
Yeah, haggis.
What is
So
that?
big!
What's Esau?
Chicken intestine? Yeah.
No, it's like beer. The first time
What
you have
is
a
it?
beer, you're like, oh,
For example, haggis in Scotland
Never heard
and
of it.
Esau in the Philippines.
yeah, haggis.
So big!
What's Esau?
Chicken intestine? Yeah.
No, it's like beer. The first time you have a beer, you're like, oh, this is gross. But the second time, you're like, hey, this isn't so bad. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta have to acquire a taste for something.
Black eyed peas originated in West Africa and were
Black
brought
eyed
here to
peas
the
and
United
trizzle.
States by the mid-Atlantic slave trade.
Black guy.
They are creating, y'all ain't fooling me. Y'all have created a New Year's meal here. If y'all put some candy yams, I'm gonna know something. If I see some candy yams, I'm gonna know something. And what is a New Year's meal? Well, in the black culture, the same culture that Kendrick talks about. Yeah, I'm a fan. We have traditionally on New Year's Day, there's a meal that we have, and it consists of chitterlings or chitlins. And it means something. I forgot what that part of it means, right? I don't know what the chitlins are for. Then there's greens that's supposed to be for money. I think the black-eyed peas are for luck, and then the candy yams are for something. Now, me being a Christian man and everything, I don't necessarily believe in that, but I do appreciate the tradition. It just sounds fun, right? Maybe because I don't eat chitlins no more, I never got whatever I'm missing out on. I don't know. I'm still blessed by the best, but I'm just saying that's what they look like. They are participating in a black folks New Year's Day lucky meal, whether they know it or not. If they have some yams, then you're gonna know. What are yams? Let's watch the video and see if they see if they have some.
And peas.
Okay. Oh.
I love that band.
Black eyed peas are so good. There's another ham hock in that, I think.
Can't
Never
be
tried.
Enslaved Africans would cook
Smoked
down
turkey
black-eyed
works in
peas
there,
and
too.
animal parts like
Some
ham
good bacon though is
More
probably
ham.
the best way to do it.
Yes.
It's a stew.
Oh my God.
Ooh, that's a nice plate
Yes!
and a nice presentation. Go cook.
Similar to collard greens, this dish, Hoppin' is
Ooh.
often eaten on New Year's Day to
Hoppin John. Hold on. Let me go back. I touched on my culinary school. Topaz with her Jamaican oxtails. Jamaican, first of all, is the best way to have oxtails, period. Southern soul food style. Southern style is great. 9 out of 10 I'd recommend, but Jamaican oxtails is a definite 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 12 out of 10. Yeah, they are like that, all right? The best thing that the chef put on the menu, though, while I was in culinary school because it was our culinary school curriculum is an actual restaurant that's open to the public. We'd have students come through, we'd have faculty members come through, we'd have people from society, from the public, the surrounding cities that knew about it because it was very cheap. I mean, all we had to pay was for food costs, right? So you could get a plate of shrimp and things like that. Matter of fact, we'll talk about the plate in just a moment, but nothing. I think the most expensive that I've ever brought from there was $8, and I think they're up to like $11 now. Remind you, I went to school there. I started 12 years ago in 2012. So the first dish that I got that knocked my socks off was a plate called Hoppin' John, and what it was some rice with black-eyed peas over it, with ham cooked into the black-eyed peas, or bacon, depending on which student cooked it on that day, because I went back several times. And it had like 4 prawns to go along with it, plus some hot sauce on the side, Louisiana hot sauce on the side. And the whole thought process of Hoppin' John, they probably going to tell a story because they've been informative about everything else, but I'd rather tell you first. What they tell it was that Hoppin' John was this man who, I guess he was a slave who had tried to run away, so he had his foot cut off. So he only had one leg, so he was hopping around. Hoppin' John, his name was John, right? It was the one meal that his wife would call him, and he'd come hopping fast as he could to come and get this meal. That's the name, Hoppin' John. I already told you what it consists of. Well, the traditional way is black-eyed peas, a little hot sauce, and some rice, and they got a piece of cornbread. Was it always cornbread? Who knows? But the thing about it was, it is delish. It is so, so good. And I'm glad I got my chef's recipe for it. I might cook it one day. You know, they also added a pesto sauce to it. You know, chef, another level thing. Added a pesto sauce to it. But if you have the proper pesto sauce, not no store-bought stuff, cooked, we made it in-house, another level. Let's go.
Oh my God!
This looks like beans.
Yes!
Similar to collard greens, this dish, Hoppin' John, is often eaten on New Year's Day to bring a prosperous year. Hoppin' John is a hearty dish originating in South Carolina, consisting of black-eyed peas, rice, onion, and thick-cut bacon.
Yeah, let's go.
Ash, this is so good.
You're welcome.
These are peas?
They look like beans.
Don't they look like beans though?
I love the band black-eyed peas, but I've never I didn't know it was an actual food.
Wow, they're fully plating us like full meals.
I didn't know this had like a name to it. My grandma used to make this all the time.
It's good. I like it.
Just got that thick little ham hock there. Delightful.
So good.
Flavorful.
10 out of 10.
I like the texture of these beans. They're very crushed in your mouth.
They're good, huh? Mm-hmm. And then that cornbread.
Oh, I love cornbread.
Oh, dude, cornbread's so good.
Cornbread the snack jeté. She's my favorite drag queen.
You're such a dork.
Dude, I would jump at another opportunity to have some Hoppin' John. That was for Chris.
Gotta get that.
Okay.
You're supposed to sing along.
I'm trying to remember the words.
Boom, boom, boom. It's not overbearing, or overpowering at all. I feel like it's actually really light.
So fun fact, leftover Hoppin' John is sometimes referred to as Skippin' Jenny.
Skippin' Jenny?
Skippin' Jenny?
Hoppin' John is actually tomorrow. It's going to be Skippin' Jenny.
Hoppin' John, Skippin' Jenny. That's super cute.
Tell the story.
This is my favorite so far, actually. It just reminds me of Sunday dinner.
That's good.
I like it, but my shrimp and grits are still holding.
Yeah, the shrimp and grits. I really like the thick cut bacon in it, though.
Shrimp
Oh
and
yeah,
Hoppin'
this
John.
is hardcore shit.
Cheer moment.
So dumb.
Did you know
Did
that?
she say she was
Oh
taking
yeah,
it to
this
go?
is hardcore shit.
Cheer moment.
Hardcore what?
That's good.
I like
Yeah.
it, but my shrimp and grits are still holding.
Yeah, the
She
shrimp
want
and
the
grits.
shrimp and grits.
I really like the thick cut bacon in it, though.
Oh yeah, this is hardcore shit.
Cheer moment.
She talked over. I don't even know what she said.
So dumb.
Did you know that hush puppies have a unique tie to slave?
Oh yeah, this is hardcore shit.
Cheer moment.
What is share with? I might leave that CC on so we can see what they're
Did you
saying.
know that hush puppies have a unique tie to slavery?
Hush puppies.
I love hush puppies.
These are so good.
Why did I let her tell the story about the hush puppies? Y'all be quiet. Let her cook.
Hush puppies on the trail as they were running away.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It was a distraction for the bloodhounds.
Oh, wow.
It would be to hush the
The
puppies.
puppies.
Shout out to them. Shout Shout out to my people. I'm sorry. I'm not saying we know better than nobody else and all like that. This is not that kind of a moment, but how special is that to literally take your lemons and turn it into lemonade, right? To make a way when it seems like there's no way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much of a believer that you are, and you hear the story about Moses and the Red Sea, and you know those slaves, the Israelites, who were the first slaves. You know, they were enslaved by Egyptian men, an Egyptian country, and they finally were able to escape with God using Moses to lead them out of slavery, similar to the stories we hear about Harriet Tubman. And they got to a body of water, and all they could do was just start walking towards the water. They were told by God to go towards the water. They did. The waters went up, and they walked through, scripture say, on dry ground. They walked across. Then, when the slave catchers tried to catch them, they all went in there too, thinking they could do the same thing, and then they were drowned, right? God made a way out of no way. Now, whether or not you believe that story, I don't know. But keep in mind, this is a Christian channel, all right? The name Humble Servant is a Christian name. You get what I'm saying? That's why we do Christian, we do corporate, and we do celebration events, birthdays, weddings, all that kind of stuff, family reunions and all that. But back to the point, whether you believe the story about Moses and the Red Sea or not, some people, you know, y'all so intelligent that you're going to believe it can happen. With men, that's impossible. But with God, everything is possible. But here's my point. Stuff like that keeps on happening. It keeps on happening. God is continually making ways out of no way. Hey, I'm going to let this video roll. We're going to keep it going. And give glory to God. That's all I can say.
Oh
That's
my God.
wild.
That is incredibly dark and atrocious. But
it is, right?
It would be to hush the
puppies.
Dude,
Oh my
Distractions.
wild.
That is incredibly dark and atrocious. But wow.
But I think that's
okay.
why it's really cool out. You know, when we're trying these, like it's really important to acknowledge like the history
yeah.
behind it.
What's
Absolutely.
What's in it?
yeah,
Like what is? You guys will learn if you get to learn.
Everyone answers.
Typically served on the side of seafood or barbecue, hush puppies are small round
Seafood,
balls
not
made from a
barbecue.
cornmeal batter. They're then fried until crispy on the outside and tender on the inside.
I always thought hush puppies was like cornbread, like corn in the middle.
Put some onion in there.
I don't know. They're like the chicken nugget things that I remember from getting like when I was a kid. And then instead of chicken nuggets, we're like, oh, cool. This is like a bread chicken nugget.
They kind of look like dongo balls to me.
Oh my god! During like the pandemic, I would eat a lot of these. They're so good.
It's sad that we're so glossed over our history so much that we just go into Bubba Gum's or wherever and order hush puppies without knowing that this is where it came from.
This also seems like a fun little like snack.
Definitely. This is a game day snack for sure.
I freaking love it.
Yeah, see, not so bad.
I would not turn these away
Maybe with
ever.
ranch.
Oh, yeah. Some ranch.
Love ranch.
Maybe like some honey mustard.
Did you guys make these?
Teach his own.
Really good job.
10 out of 10, bro. It's just the
Shocker.
This
intestines.
staple in the black community
I'm not a big
has
fan of
very
them,
deep
though.
past, and it's time to
Uh-oh.
talk about it.
Sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie.
Do they call it a patty
Sweet
pie?
potato pie.
Sweet potato
I've
pie.
never had sweet potato pie either.
Oh, I love pie. I love pie.
This year, for Thanksgiving, my aunt, she makes them every year. My grandmother used to make them. My aunt took on the tradition. Thanksgiving in our family is the holiday of the year. It's like if my family didn't see you at all during the year, my grandmother and grandfather, if they didn't see you and your kids at all during the year, talking about their children and grandchildren, you better show up on Thanksgiving. Like, even if they see you every day, you better show up on Thanksgiving. That's how serious it was. And sweet potato pie, dressing and sweet potato pies were two of the things that they would serve. You know, my grandfather was a chef. I didn't have that epiphany till like a month before I graduated after being in school for 6 years. Don't ask why. Totally worth it. But they was like yin and yang in the kitchen. He would do all the meats. He would cut up all the veggies and everything. The mirepoix, or excuse me, the Holy Trinity I told you about, he did all that. And she cooked all the sides. She made the cakes and the pies. She made the barbecue sauce, and he had all the meat. They did their thing. And the spread we would have, I'm going to try to put it into this video, but it used to go down. And then when we get to the sweet potato pies, my aunt makes at least 20 of them every year. I think this year she cut it down just a little bit. Matter of fact, she still had too many, and there was one left over. And I could eat a whole sweet potato pie, but I was like, I'm not doing that. And I knew I was going to be DJing for one of my clients, a Metro store that's consistently Hispanic people that are there, right? And I love them and they love me, and I appreciate that. They love DjRon. I'm also a DJ, the classic DJ from the Bay, by the way. And so I took one there and I cut it. It was 7 people there, and I cut it into 8. You know, there was 7 people. I was the 8th, so I took a slice and gave them all a slice, and they talked about how much they liked it. And even one of the young ladies was like, you know, she was trying to find her words, but her point was, she's like, I heard black people that can really cook. You know what I mean? Like, y'all are really great at cooking. And I wanted to tell her, it would have been too deep for her. But the truth is, we're good at a lot of things. A lot of things. We don't get the credit for it. Just like how these people discovered in this video that, wow, you know, the history and everything. I think all in all, it's a great video, right? And so now it looks like we got into the dessert part. It's not candy yams, but it's sweet potato pie, which is made from candy yams. Candy yams are sweet potatoes, the orange sweet potatoes that we would take. We would cut them into wedges, into little pieces or whatnot, cook them with some sugar. Some people use butter, salt, cinnamon or nutmeg or whatnot, and you cook them until the sauce comes candy, and it candies the yams. Same thing, similar to how you would do with carrots, but yams are better. You know what I'm saying? And that was the other component of the black folks' New Year's Day meal. So look, I'm going to try not to. We got about 5 more minutes. I probably will stop and pause again, and if you don't like it, I mean, I appreciate it. You could go to People vs. Food and watch the video yourself. Americans try selling soul food for the first time. But remember, this is a reaction channel. So if this is your first time checking out reaction, dialogue with me, you know what I mean? Talk to me and I'll talk back. You know what I mean? I do my best to get into the comments and we could talk about whatever. Also talk about some of your favorite places that you like to eat at. Or how about this? Talk about some of your favorite foods or whatnot. Maybe we could share some recipes or something like that. You know what I mean? But definitely, I'm enjoying this video. I'm glad I ran up on it, and I'll be looking for more stuff. If you see any food content videos, one you want some reactions to, maybe you want to learn a little more history or whatnot, I'm glad I was able to share some stuff on this. I didn't know what I was in for, so to be able to do so and then have them tell some of the same stories is awesome, right? But that's what it's all about, just to share what we know and hopefully educate the uneducated, you know what I mean? These are some fine people that did not know about the history of black culture. I'm glad that we all get to enjoy it together. Let's go.
Pumpkin pie? I've never had sweet potato pie.
You are in for a treat. Do you like pumpkin pie?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
Better.
even better. It's so good.
Is it sweeter?
Pie crust just made from scratch. Yum, yum.
Yup.
I've never had it.
No, I've never had it either. I've had sweet potato. That's really good.
That looks so good.
Oh, this is gonna be so good.
Yes!
I forgot to
To
show they
cap things
baked
off
it.
with the
Gotta bake
dessert,
it.
we've got a lovely slice of sweet potato pie, a traditional
Gotta bake
dessert originating in the South and often enjoyed around the holidays in place of pumpkin pie.
I like sweet potato fries. Did you just eat it like a pizza?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's sweet potato pie? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Wow. That's so good.
I like it better than pumpkin.
That tastes like pumpkin pie.
No, but there's a little different texture than a normal pumpkin pie, though.
And better.
Oh my god. Just going right back in.
That's like smoother and more flavorful than like pumpkin pie.
Almost
It
like
tastes like
citrusy
pumpkin
and
pie.
bright a little bit. Like it's just got a little bit lighter.
Honestly, I can't spot the difference between this and pumpkin pie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's like it's light. I like it.
I do like sweet potato pie, like I said, better
It's nice
than
and
pumpkin.
airy.
It's really, really good.
I don't know. I think I like this one better.
I think I do like this a little bit more than pumpkin pie, though.
It's so good, right?
Sweet potato is like sweet naturally, and pumpkin is not really like
Oh, it's not, yeah.
as sweet naturally. So I feel like they have to put a bunch of stuff in it to make it sweeter.
So there's actually a bit of a rivalry between pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie,
Pumpkin
due
meat.
to regional
No,
differences.
Come on,
sweet potato
again.
pie.
See,
Let's
again,
eat all the
it's
Pumpkin
not,
pie is good,
it's
too.
not a thing. Like, I mean, it's not a competition.
No,
Like,
just eat
it's
all the pie.
Pumpkin pie became popular amongst northern states due to its profitable yield during autumn, while sweet potato pie grew in popularity with the southern states. This is because the sweet potatoes thrived in the South due to the vegetable's predisposition for growing in warmer climates.
Yeah. So it was just like entirely about like the environment of like what grows better. I think that's so interesting.
Yeah,
of,
I
like,
didn't know that.
how the environment can fully change what you can and can't grow.
For
But why does
sure.
there have to be a fight? I
Right?
think it's just to sell more pie. You know what I mean?
This was a win.
This was a total win.
No, I learned a lot.
Honestly, I had a lot of firsts this episode of trying new stuff.
Dude, it was all delicious. Dude, the catfish. I'd have the catfish with the collard green.
There's so much history behind these amazing foods, and it's important to acknowledge that. But shrimp and grits, man, I'm gonna be dreaming about those.
We already know what your favorite was.
Loved the Cajun shrimp and grits.
I think the rice and Black eyed peas, I think, is probably my favorite.
Honestly, I think it was the collard greens.
Oh wow.
I think it was the collard greens.
With some good colors.
The cornbread and hush puppies are like, if not the same.
I'll have Skip and Jenny for lunch tomorrow.
Cole, do you like pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie better?
Sweet potato. It's gotta be sweet. I love pumpkin, but like there's just something about sweet potato that's so good. Cheers.
Thank you guys so much for watching this.
So there we go, y'all. That was it. I appreciate you, especially if you made it this far. I'm going to ask you to do something like I'm about to do. You know, you can always like a page. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with like. So you see, I hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? But also, I'm going to subscribe. You know what I mean? I did not know what I was into or in for. But when I saw that they was going to try some soul food, I'm like, before I watch it, I might as well react and watch it in real time, right? I'm glad I did. Hopefully you liked it as well. Take care. Remember, Chef Ron, the humble servant, and would love to serve you or whatnot. And if not, you know, hopefully we could share again in some dialogue in some of these videos. You get what I'm saying? But until the next time, I'm just going to say it's always good to be good, and as always, God bless.